Sweet. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. We are we got 4 days remaining, including today, of the cut at 500 calories a day. And I can tell you what, having 500 calories yesterday after a 3-day water fast is phenomenal. I have so much more energy. It is unbelievably awesome. I was able to go for a walk this morning, which I know for some of you probably sounds pretty low-key and moderate, but for this guy it was earth-shattering. Okay, it was absolutely groundbreaking. I will say that my thoughts after the fast, you do feel very cold. I was sleeping with my electric blanket and about 3 big fluffy blankets. My electric blanket was cranked up to max heat every night. I'd be sleeping with a sock hat and I'd still be cold. Still cold. So having that experience, it's supposed to, I don't know if it has or not, increase HGH, improve stem cell count, improve brain function, actually help to neuroplasticity in your brain. I'm not sure if it remakes brain cells or not. I don't want to claim that and then get shouted at for being wrong, but I'm saying a lot less than I usually do, and I still say it every now and then, but I am saying it a lot less than I felt I was before this. So I would say there's some veracity to that, more than likely. Let's see. I also got my new mic today. Hope you guys can hear me better because of that. Get all that close-upness. But besides that, the energy levels on it were pretty low. And I will say that the amount of electrolytes I was consuming at the beginning definitely retained a lot of water for me versus the electrolytes I did at the end. For instance, I was doing almost 3 teaspoons of electrolyte powder at the beginning of this on day 1 of the fast. Then I went down to about teaspoon and a half on the second day, and I was still at I went from 178, I retained water, and I actually went up in weight. So I was 174 the day before, and then I retained water and went up to 178 on day 1, and then I cut my sodium down a bit, and I went down to 177.2 on day 2, and then I decided on day 3 that I was going to cut it even further, and I cut it down to 1/8 of a teaspoon and just what I sprinkled over my meal that I had at 4 p.m. And I dropped down to 172.4 this morning, which is what I probably actually was, barring the water weight those other days. So that was kind of a nice realization that I actually wasn't not losing weight. I was just retaining water. So if you ever are in a water fast, it's like, oh, I'm not losing any weight. Yes, your metabolism will slow down a bit whenever you are restricting calories, but it shouldn't slow down that much to the point of, stopping. If that was the case, all the people in the concentration camps wouldn't look like walking skeletons. They would have just been, perfectly fine, exactly what they looked like when they went in there. But yeah, so we've got 4 days left of the cut, 500 calories a day. Monday is going to be the refeed day, Saturday or Sunday, depending on which day I'm lighter at. I'll go in and weigh in on, and that'll be my weigh-in day to see how low we've gotten, see if I can't win that competition. Woo-hoo! And if I do, then I get a chance to go to Las Vegas, which hopefully I'll be able to sell those tickets, because I don't want to go to Las Vegas right now. I'm wanting to save up for another trip and some other fun stuff. So hopefully I can trade 3rd place for the $300 prize. That's what I'm hoping for. And that's my plan. I'll probably hear back on that in about a week. So about a week, hope to hear back from your boy. And let's see. Monday's the refeed day, and I am just So excited for that day. Also kind of nervous, freaking out a little bit. I haven't had more than 1,400 calories in almost a month. I've still been having 1 to 2 gallons of water a day, so my stomach size is fine. But I just, there's that part of your brain that like goes down in that dieting thing where you're dieting down, you're dieting down, you're dieting down, and then you have a cheat day or a splurge day or a refeed day, and you're like, oh God, I feel like such a fat ass. I feel so bad about myself. You're like, no, I've planned for this. It's okay. This is all right. You're not doing this all the time. You're getting back on track. Then you're reverse dieting, which is very important if you're ever doing bodybuilding or competitions like that, to reverse diet. And I will be reverse dieting back up. I'm probably going to either jump to 1,500 a day or 2,400 a day, somewhere between those two on Tuesday, and be going from there. Apologies, I got a little bit of cotton mouth here. Haven't had a lot to drink this morning. And yeah, not a lot of that either. But Monday, the things that I'm really excited for. I'm excited for fruit. Very excited for fruit. Can't wait to have an entire apple. I know that probably sounds super lame, but it'll be so nicer than having a third of an apple or a fourth of an apple. Just have a whole gosh dang apple. Because I can. And to have something besides spinach and cabbage and 48.48 grams of chicken breast and 4 eggs with 28 grams of guacamole. It'll be very nice to branch out into something a little bit more. I suppose the things that are going to be most excited for other people though is the stuffed creme brulee croissants, and I am very jazzed about those. What they are is they're a homemade croissant. So I bake a lot of stuff, and stuffed homemade croissants. So you make your croissant and you get this piping filling about the size of my finger, and then you shove it in there and you work it around, and you have a custard filling that's on like a plastic bag or a piping bag, and you fill it up with the custard filling. And you can do different types of fillings. You can do cream fillings, custard fillings. The one I really want to try though is like a custard filling with tiny chocolate chips, so it'd be like a cookie dough filling. That's the one I really want to try. And then for the creme brulee top, there's a couple of ways you can do it. One is you just put sugar over the top, and then you get a torch, an oxyacetylene torch or something, and then you braise it until it caramelizes there and it forms a crust on top. Or you can actually take sugar and water, and then you can heat them in a pot until they start to boil, and then they get to, I think it's the hard boil stage, or hard boil. I'm losing my terminology, but effectively what it is, it's a phase whenever you're caramelizing sugar, where hardball, that's what it is, hardball stage, where whenever it comes out, it doesn't form this soft candy, it forms a crust. And then you take that, and you'll see it in a lot of Japanese street candies. They call them like kukakumen or something like that. And you take your croissant and you roll it in the glaze, and you set it down, and it forms this beautiful golden crust on the top. And then you've got your standard viral crunch and pull, and it just pulls apart in this light, fluffy, flaky way, where it's got this just gooey, gushing, decadent custard interior that's like oozing out, and you've got this crusty, sugary, crisp crunch of a top, and it's just sublime. It's truly sublime. And I'm excited for some Southwestern mac and cheese that is at one of the restaurants here. They do a very good job of serving al dente elbow pasta with a white creamy sauce. And I swear what they do is they use a cream base, and then they actually melt a variety of different cheeses in it, and then they put toasted or fried breadcrumbs on top, and they serve it with a pretzel. Whew. That stuff is fucking good. Amazing. So I'm pumped for that. I'll probably wander through the aisles and just be hungry and grab things off the shelf. I thought about getting Krispy Kreme. I thought about getting crumble cookie. You know, thought about getting some Pizza Hut with the cheese sticks with the personal dippers. I still may get the what is it? Pizza Hut cheese sticks. But part of me is just frustrated with Crumble and Crispy for the fact that they are so processed that it's not homemade. I tend to like the homemade stuff a little better just because I feel a little less icky whenever I eat it. And, you know, it feels a little bit more special. So we may make a mecca up to a town kind of 2 hours away from here that has the best donuts in the world. Like, I have never had anything that came remotely close to them. And they are so good. And I may go up there and get a couple dozen, drive 4 hours for it, be worth it, make a day of it. But that'll have to wait until the weekend. So I have to see if I'm feeling like another splurge on Saturday or Sunday, or if I'm feeling like taking it easy. Because you got to get there at like 6 in the morning, so I'd have to leave home by about 4 in the morning, which probably won't end up being worth it to me. But we'll see. Anyway, though, it is time to head into work. Love you guys. Thank you very much for the support you've shown me over the past several days for this. I greatly appreciate that. And if you find yourself bored on a Friday night, I would highly encourage you to shoot me a follow and a subscribe and a like and perhaps a contract for your soul if you're feeling so inclined. And it'll be a good time. So, till then, ciao for now. Let's see how we get out of this thing.